Happy Saturday, family, and welcome to this week's episode of Fancy Thoughts, Fostering Achievement, Never Compromising You. I want to say thank you to everyone who has joined me thus far. I'm so encouraged by your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscriptions. It helps me to know that someone is receiving something from what I'm saying. It helps me to know that maybe I said something that made you think, or encouraged you, or empowered you to go forward in the coming week and to do great things. Because that's what I'm here for. So what are fancy thoughts? I am the founder of Live Fancy Life, Fostering Achievement, Never Compromising You. And that business is launching later this year. But until then, I am dedicated to coming to your living room, car, bedroom, wherever you are, to watch these every week and share thoughts and inspirations that I'm hoping will help you to recognize how awesome you are, how great you are, and how what you have, just the way that you are, is so important to someone else. So that's why I bring to you each week Fancy Thoughts. If you didn't know, I also want to encourage you to check these out, even the past ones, on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. If you're not necessarily the social media type person, make sure that you just run over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. That way, you can be notified every time a new fancy thought becomes available. So, with that said, let's get started on this week's Fancy Thoughts. Number 1, self-awareness is so important. Knowing what works best for you and what doesn't. As we are embarking on this journey to bring out great things on the inside of us, to pursue our passions, pursue our dreams, pursue our desires, pursue our calling, pursue those things that we are saying, yes, this is the year that I'm going to step into that. We have to make sure that we are aware of what works for us. Many times when we're trying to do something new or when we're trying to tweak the things that we're doing, we'll research, Google, YouTube, or go somewhere and see how are other people doing it or what have other people found successful. And that's a great place to start. But make sure that you then apply the lens of who you are to the application of what you found out. Why? Because just because someone else did it in a certain way doesn't mean that way will work for you. And the only way you can know that is being aware of what works best for you. For example, are you a morning person or an evening person? If you're an evening person, don't get boggled down because you hear someone say, I get up each morning and I do XYZ before I start my day. And so now you change your whole routine just so you can get up early in the morning to do this thing. And although that thing is important and it worked well for them in the morning, if you're a night person, perhaps you can apply that same discipline, but do it at night. Basically, you need to know what works best for you and apply whatever it is that you do in a way that best suits your skills, your personality, and what's going to bring you success. All right, let's go to the next fancy thought. Focus more on what you're good at. Many times as we're going to get on this journey of pursuing passion and purpose, we often want to focus on the things that we know we need to work on or the things that we know we need to improve. And although we need to be aware of them and set a plan in place to either fix them, remove them, or improve them, we don't want to focus so much on them that we forget the things that we're good at. Because knowing the things that you're good at, number 1, can boost your confidence. But number 2, that thing that you're good at can also help you to improve on that thing that you're working on. Also, understanding how important focus is, because what you feed grows. And if you focus simply on the negativity, that'll just continue to grow. But when you focus on the areas that you're good at, then you'll also continue to be good in those areas, but it'll also boost your confidence in reminding yourself that, hey, I'm not a total mess. I'm not a whole total mess up. No, you're not. You are awesome. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, intricately designed, and intentionally put together on purpose, with purpose. And so as you focus on the things that you excel in, those things can again help you to improve the areas that you need to work on, but also remind you that you're not all that bad. Let's go to our next fancy thought. What you say about yourself matters the most. It matters more than what others say about you, good or bad. The scripture says, life and death are in the power of the tongue. It also says you shall have whatsoever you say. So even though there may be other people who think highly of you and say great things to you, what they say matters least when it comes to how you think and what you say about yourself. There's a very captivating audience that listens to what you say. And that audience is you. When you wake up each morning and you speak life over yourself, your body listens and say, all right, we are empowered to do this. When you wake up each morning and speak negativity and failure over yourself, your body says, okay, I guess we're not going to do this today. Your voice is the most important voice in your own life. So you should be repeating what God says about you. And then you should be repeating those good things that you're good at, the celebrating of the successes that you made, and the fact that even though there may be areas you need to improve, you will improve on them. You can be successful. You can grow. You can improve. And today is not the end. You have to speak what you want over yourself. If you're waiting for somebody else to do it, darling, it's not going to help. They can say whatever they need to say, but until you say it, your body and your mind won't grab hold of it and make it come to pass. So be mindful what you say and purposefully and intentionally speak life over yourself every single day. So for the ending of today's Fancy Thoughts, I want to give you an assignment. And I need you to write this assignment down. Don't just do it in your head. I want you to write it down somewhere where you can actually see it. And your assignment is to write 3 to 5 positive things about yourself. I had to do this recently, and I found that it was so challenging at first, but encouraging. Why was it challenging? Because sometimes it's challenging to write down good things about yourself. In the past, it may have felt braggadocious or prideful, but it's not. God created you amazing. And he's not asking you to overlook and downplay what he's put on the inside of you. Instead, he wants you to recognize it. He wants you to allow it to bring forth the passion and the purpose that he put on the inside of you. So, again, your assignment, should you choose to accept it, is to write down 3 to 5 positive things about yourself. And if you need help, feel free to ask a friend or someone that you trust to tell you what they think are or to tell you 3 to 5 things that they see are positive in you. And then I want you to write that down somewhere, and I want you to look at it each week, each day this upcoming week. And just in line with what we said today, say it out loud. Say it over yourself. Say, you know what? Yeah, I am loving. I am patient. I am passionate. I am an encourager. I am a good cook. I am a good mother or father. I am a good student or teacher. I am a good employee. Whatever it is that you say about yourself, feel free to say it every day to continue to remind you and jumpstart your day with positivity. So that's this week's Fancy Thoughts. I pray that you were able to take at least some nugget in everything that we talked about that's going to help to inspire you, encourage you, and motivate you to release the greatness that's on the inside of you. I want to remind you, you are well able, fully capable, and properly equipped to accomplish everything that you need to. So make today a great day.